So since it's Father's Day today, for Sunday Morning Jetpack, we're going to talk about qualities of God that we can see through fathers and father figures. You know, Kenzo and Alexis have been talking to me nonstop about a father figure that's on TV right now, and his name is Uncle Iroh from Avatar: The Last Airbender. That show's really popular right now. Everyone's kind of talking about it. I don't know if I want to watch it, guys.
Dude, no, you have to watch it. I just finished the show and it is one of my favorites, and hands down, Uncle Iroh is one of the best characters. He's just so loving and gentle and funny, and especially with his nephew Zuko, who he really fills this kind of father role for him since he didn't really have a relationship with his own dad.
I love this scene that encapsulates the relationship where Zuko betrays Iroh, choosing his own honor over their relationship. You know, when he comes back to face Iroh, Zuko is in deep fear and regret, not knowing how his uncle is going to react after his betrayal. You know, in the scene he says, "Uncle, I know you have mixed feelings about seeing me. I'm so sorry and ashamed for what I did. I don't know how to make it up to you." And right at that moment, Iroh grabs Zuko and hugs him. You know, Zuko asks, "How can you forgive me so easily? I thought you'd be furious with me." To which Iroh replies, "I was never angry with you. I was sad because I was afraid that you lost your way." Even though Zuko caused him so much pain, Iroh's love for Zuko never wavered. He thought of him as his own son and chose to love him no matter what. You know, I see that same love in my own dad. Even when I was growing up, I would push him away and wouldn't appreciate him. He would still initiate hanging out with me, going on walks with me, and taking me out for burger sticks. You know, looking back, I'm really grateful that my dad chose to keep hanging out with me and keep loving me. And it motivated me to do the same with others.
Man, yeah, when I first saw that scene, it just really got to me because I can really relate to Zuko, where I know what it's like to feel guilty and lost and just have that fear that I won't be accepted. And it's a really deep one. And just to be loved, even when I'm at my very worst, is the most relieving feeling in the world. And what's cool is that's the kind of father's love that God really has for us.
And you know, that's actually a really cool example of the prodigal son story that's told in the book of Luke. Basically, the son is demanding his inheritance from his father, and he ends up leaving the family, spending all the money on partying, and he loses everything. He comes back ashamed and remorseful because he has nowhere else to turn to. In Luke 15, verse 20, it says, "While the son was still a long way off, his father saw him. He was filled with tender love for his son. He ran to him. He threw his arms around him and kissed him. The son of mine was dead, and now he is alive again. He was lost, and now he is found." So they began to celebrate. So just like the father in the story, God doesn't hold our mistakes against us at all. When we go off and do our own thing, we do have to face the consequences of our own decisions, but God is always waiting for us and willing to take us back when we're ready. And he doesn't waver in his love or his belief in us.
From both Uncle Iroh and the father in the story of the prodigal son, we can get insight to the importance of fatherhood. You know, God shows us a father's love by always believing in us and always fighting for us. And we're grateful for all the dads out there who do the same. Happy Father's Day.